Hello friends, welcome back. I am CA Raman Bhavani. Today we are going to discuss about the upcoming IPO Nazara Technology Limited. First let us see what the company is doing. So we are on company's website. Here the company has written Nazara Technologies is a leading India-based diversified gaming and sport media platform with a presence in India and across emerging and developed global markets such as Africa and North America. And the company is offering interactive gaming, esports, and gamified early learning ecosystems. So company is into gamings and early learning ecosystem. So if you see on the company's website, they have all these games with them. They have built all these games. Now let us see about the IPO. The IPO starting date is 17th March 2021 and the IPO closing date is March 19, 2021. The face value of the share will be 4 rupees per equity share and the IPO price is 1100 to 1101 rupees and the market lot is 13 share. So minimum you have to purchase 13 shares, which means if you buy 13 shares at 1101 rupees, your total investment will be 14,313 rupees for one lot, and the issue size is 5.29 million shares aggregating to 582 crore, and this whole thing is for offer for sale. Now what is the meaning of offer for sale? Offer for sale means the shareholders which are already holding the shares want to sell their own shares to someone else. So that's the reason they have come up with the IPO. So the existing shareholders will be selling their shares in the IPO. Now let us see who are these shareholders. So for this we are referring to draft red herring prospectus, which is available on SEBI's website. So on page number 59 they have given the details that these are the existing shareholders who will be selling their shares. So India Infoline Specialized Opportunity Fund, IIFL, some other fund, Series 4, Series 5, Series 2, these all shares will be sold in the IPO. And also Meter Infotech LLP, which is the part of promoter group, will also be selling 6,91,900 shares. Again IIFL Series 3, and then Good Game Investment Trust, Index ARB Security Private Limited, Seed Fund 2 International, Purush Jain, Azimuth Investments Limited, Seed Fund 2 India. So all these shareholders will be selling their shares in the IPO. Now I also want you to know at what rate these shareholders have purchased the shares. Yes, you will come to know this also from the red herring prospectus. So here are the names, number of equity shares and average cost per equity share. So Meter Infotech Limited, which is a promoter, the cost for them was nil, there was no cost. And India Infoline Securities and IIFL had purchased at these different rates, 554.62, 554.54, 554. So it was in this range, 554 and 555. At these they have purchased. And Seed Fund 2 International had purchased for 728, and these all shareholders have purchased for 728, 730 and 728, and now they are selling it for 1,100. So they are clearly gaining and nobody is losing any amount from this IPO. So this is the best thing about investing in the company early before the IPO. Now we will also be looking at the annual report of 2017 and 2018. I'll show you why I am showing that annual report to you. So we are looking at the annual report for the year 17-18. So in 17-18, the top 10 shareholders apart from promoters, their details have been given. So first one was Westbridge Venture 2 Investment Holding. Westbridge Venture 2 Investment was holding 68% share in the company at the start of the year. Start of the year in this means 1st April 2017. So it was having 68% share in the company, but by the end of the year, it was having only 22.28%. End of the year means 31st March 2018. So during the year 17-18, it has sold so many shares that its shareholding came down from 68% to 22%. Now I am having a question here. If the company is good and it has a bright prospect for the future, why would any investor sell his own shares? So if you have any answer for this, do let me know in the comment section. So majorly we can see that in November and December they had sold so many shares, and it was during this period when Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had purchased these shares. You can see on 8th December 2017. At the beginning of the year, he did not had any share in the company. Only on 8th December 2017, he had purchased 2,63,000 shares. Probably from this 8th December 2017, 2,63,545 shares. And India Infoline, which we just saw a few minutes before, India Infoline, they also did not had any share in 2017. 24th November 2017, they had purchased these shares. So same IIFL Opportunity Fund, IIFL Special Opportunity Fund 5. This fund also did not had any share at the start of the year in 2017. But at the end of the year, it had 4.49% share in the company. This IIFL Special Opportunity Fund Series 2, same thing. At the beginning of the year, it did not had any share. At the end of the year, it had 4.18% share in the company. Same goes with Series 4, Series 3. So you people are very clever. I need not explain to you that this fund, Series 4, which they are selling it right now, they had purchased for 554 and they are selling it for 1100. They are making almost double money in 3 years of time. So let us move on to the next important thing, which is profit. How much profit the company is making. So here it is for last 3 years, 17-18, 18-19 and 19-20. And this is for 6 months period from April 2020 to September 2020. So first we'll be looking at the revenue from operations. In 2018 it was 1720. Friends, all these figures are in millions of rupees. It is written here, millions of rupees. So it is 1720 in 2018. In 2019 it was 1696. So the revenue, which means sales, has actually dropped in 2019. And in 2020 it had a very big jump and it came to 2475. So the sales was 2475. And in the 6 months period from April to September, they are able to meet a sales of 2000. So these were the figures of revenue, which is sales. Now let us go to the profits. How much is the profit? So profit after tax in 2018 was 10. In 2019 it was 67. In 2020 it was minus 266. And in this 6 months period from April to September it was 101 in minus. So you can see it was 10 and then it had a very big jump and it came to 67, and then it had a very big fall and it came down to 266. So this is not a stable profit which ideally should be there for a long-term investment, which we are looking that the company should be able to generate a regular amount of profits, and ideally it should be growing. So here it is very volatile. One of the reason could be advertisement. In 2020 the company had did a advertisement and promotion expenditure of 1329. In 2018 it was just 427, and in 2019 it was 272. So you can see the perfect correlation. When they have reduced this, the profit increased, and when they increase this advertising expenditure, the profit reduced. So in this 6 months period, from April to September 2020, it was 1196. So this may be the biggest reason, according to me, why the company has done a loss in 2020. Friends, if you know of any other reason why this loss could be there, do let me know in the comment section. Now let us move on to another important thing. In the red herring prospectus itself, the company has done a wonderful job of showing basic EPS, earning per share, which means on one share how much the company is earning. So we will be looking at the diluted EPS. In 2018 it was 1.04, in 2019 it was 6.27, in 2020 it was 0.77. So the weighted average comes to 1.88 of last 3 years. If we take the weighted average of last 3 years, it comes to 1.88. So nearly 2 rupees the company is making on one share. They have also shown that in last 6 months, which is April to September 2020, the company had made a loss of 1.78 on one share. So the earning per share is in minus. So let us ignore this fact for the time being, and let us only consider that the company is making around 2 rupees per share. So the earning per share EPS is only 2 rupees on one share. Friends, remember this because I will be showing this in few minutes. So it is 2 rupees. Now let us move to next thing. The company has also done a working of return on net worth. So on net worth, what is the meaning of net worth? So net worth means the capital, the shareholders funds, the amount of money which the shareholders has invested in the company. On that amount, how much money the company is making, how much the company is earning. So in 2018 the company was earning just 0.73%, and in 2019 it was 4.23%, and in 2020 it was minus 0.46. So here also the weighted average is 1.30%. Friends, this is 1.30% for the whole year. So the company is just making 1.30% for the whole year, and if you consider this 6 month period, then it is minus 1.04. What do you think, friends? Is this much money enough for you? If you invest any amount in the company and the company is generating just 0.73 or 4% or minus, or let's say the average also, last 3 years average also, it is only 1.30%. So if you invest your money in the company and the company is generating only 1.30% share in the company, will you invest in this kind of company? Do let me know in the comment section. I would like to know whether you people are interested to invest in such kind of company. Now let us calculate the PE ratio. The PE ratio, which we had already discussed in my earlier videos also. So PE means price upon earning. So price of one share here in Nazara is 1101. This is the price for one share. And E means earning. So on one share, how much the company is earning. So we just saw that the company is earning only 2 rupees on one share. So 1101 rupees divided by 2 rupees will give you 550. So what is the logic of PE ratio is to cover your cost, just to cover your cost. If the company is earning same amount of earning over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, in our case, if the company is earning only 2 rupees, going forward also, we are not considering the growth. So if the company continues to earn just 2 rupees on one share, it will take 550 years for you to recover your cost. Yes friends, you must be laughing that 550 years just to recover the cost, but that's what the fact is, and that is what the ratio is saying, 550 years just to recover your cost. Now let us say the company grows and from 2 rupees the company is now earning 10 rupees on one share. So I am taking 5 times the current earnings. In that case, what will happen? What will be the new PE? It will be 101 divided by 10. So the new PE ratio will be 110. So even if the company is earning 10 rupees, the PE ratio will be 110. So it will take 110 years just to recover the cost. So I need not say anything further. You are intelligent enough. Whether you would like to invest in this kind of company, let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section. If you like my video or you learned anything new from this video, do subscribe to my channel and share this video to your family and friends so that they will also learn something new from my video, and hit the bell icon so that you will receive all the future notifications of my videos. Thank you.